Because, you know, I don't know what happens when you get those spots. Oh, I have no idea what happens here. What's that noise? Oh! And this mission here is the rite of passage. I'm just joking, but really, maybe you see what I mean. I don't know if the devs changed this already. When you go down this planet, yeah, I think it's a little more obvious. Not every planet is like this. You can see there's some canyons and some caves over here. We are building a resistance, right? So what would you do? You would hide your HQ, right? Yeah, I think the map is a little more obvious, but before, I don't really know if it changed or if it's procedural, but before it was really hard to find this place. There it is, the HQ. So we actually got a lot of bug reports thinking the base was under the ground and inaccessible, so people would stop playing the story and go do something else, or maybe even stop playing the game. But it was always here. It was just not that easy, at least to me. Yeah, this is so much easier. On my first playthrough, it was just... I actually took like 10 minutes to find. But happy it's easy to find now. Again, I'm not really sure if it's just luck. If it's procedural, maybe it is. Oh wow, performance dropped a lot here. I don't remember this happening before, but it's alright, let's just start the meeting here.
Hello to everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Cole. I am a technician. I set up the system I mentioned before. I also designed a communication interface where we can communicate with Earthlings. Now let me give a brief presentation of the system.
Shut up, kid. Grown-ups are talking.
Calm down, bro. Everybody has an attitude. It's so funny. What do I say? Yeah, you can talk to me after the meeting.
Sorry.
Oops.
First of all, we must determine a path for our organization.
There are a few things I want to say about this.
Oh no.
First of all, we should not be subordinate to a single leader.
Why?
We should have an internal council where everyone has an equal say.
Come on, Drain.
Then we must change our policies towards non-Earthlings. During my stay here, I saw that. There is no race in the galaxy that is hostile to us. Only some leaders have spent us to get stronger. Therefore, no race should be our enemy. We must be merciful to all races, to civilians, even to armies that see us as enemies. We must protect everyone who is with us or not. If we go down this road, we will gain the support of the entire galaxy, and the leaders who betrayed us have no choice but to listen to us.
I believe we should learn from our mistakes and follow your father's footsteps. We must have a strong leader and a strong management team to be chosen by our leader. If we give every member of the organization a voice, we cannot advance even one step. I also disagree with Drain on our policy towards non-humans. After all, not every living thing on this planet is an angel. We must protect those who deserve it and punish those who do not. If we do not show mercy to those who see us as enemies, you will see that they will be afraid to fight us. And a feared enemy is always a simple prey.
Drain is just bullshit, and we had tried Anchor's way before. As a result, we are meeting in the cave of a desolate planet. Yes, we need a leader, but our leader must be someone our followers will respect and fear. And every non-human creature in this galaxy is a monster. I've experienced this many times, and these creatures eat any living thing they are not afraid of. Therefore, we must first spread the fear they deserve throughout the galaxy. We must make this galaxy uninhabitable for them. As long as we exist, everyone in the galaxy should sleep with one eye open. That's when those flamboyant leaders have to do whatever we want them to do. It's the only way to survive and bring this galaxy to its knees.
So, the last word is yours. Which way do you think we should go?
Yeah, the first time I played this game, I thought this was so cool and so interesting. I wasn't expecting the game to go in this direction. Even the camera changes, so I don't know if the dev did that on purpose, but I really enjoyed it. I think this is the first time you see this kind of camera. That makes the choice look so serious, and so many people take this choice so seriously, but the truth is, you can choose a path here, but you can immediately change it. Yes, there are some downsides to changing your ways, but it's not that bad. You lose some soldiers, you may lose some people, but it doesn't destroy your game, you know? So we can choose between basically democracy and respecting all living things. We can choose between a flexible government and a flexible morality, maybe. The Chaos Path is a xenophobe. Pure humanity first. Let's kill every alien because, aliens have been really, really cruel towards humans. And at least in this point of the game, reminder that this is the 2.01 version, there's a lot of stuff in the faction system that actually doesn't play out in the game yet. So this choice isn't that heavy. But yeah, I find very interesting that the Order path may have more diplomatic persuasion, let's say, and the Chaos might actually be better for combat play styles, and killing aliens might make your people like you more and leave you less. Maybe that will become more obvious when I show you the faction screen, but let's pick Justice for now.
Your father would be proud of you if he were here.
Okay, let's repeat the same mistake. I'm starting to look for a suitable sewer for our next meeting.
Okay, here's your call. We can try the way again. I hope we don't end up the same. By the way, you should know that you can always change the main path of the organization from the Constitution interface.
But when you do this, you'll lose many of the followers you have gathered so far. So if you want to change your path, you better do it before our organization grows.
What now?
We need money and a safe base. Therefore, we must find ourselves a weak Star Lord and take their land from them. But to achieve this, we first need ships, soldiers, and pilots.
We must find the Earthlings and expand our organization.
Therefore, our first goal should be to create 5 units. For this, we need 25 pilots or soldiers.
Go design the communication interface for this. I am calling out on the radio to the Earthlings to reach us. I'm sure we'll soon be able to reach out to Earthlings asking for our help.
Any question?
Bunch of questions. Will this be our headquarters?
For now, it seems safe here. When we have the power to protect our base, we can go above ground. Any question?
Where can we find followers for the Ergen?
It shouldn't be hard to find Earthlings scattered across the galaxy. I especially recommend checking the Looking for Pilots panel often.
Any question?
How can we expand the territory of the...
We can do it by capturing bases in the galaxy. But first we need a few battalions of soldiers and ships.
Any question?
What now?
We must find the Earthlings and expand
we already
our
saw this before.
Any question?
That's all for now.
By the way, I made a communication interface where you can easily connect with the Earthlings. Please take a look.
Gold, I think you should show us how to use new interfaces.
Sure thing. Our new mail service is ready. You can view mails via the main interface or by clicking the mail icon in the upper right. Our first mail has already landed in the inbox. To accept the tasks that come with the emails, you need to reply to them. Now reply to this mail and accept that mission.
Someone just sent us our first mail asking for help. We unlocked the faction screen and the mail screen here. People will send us emails. Those are like randomly generated missions, but this one is actually a story mission. He's saying his Mark came across the radio announcement from Malaysia. Right now he's extremely helpless. His fiancée was kidnapped by the son of a morsel lord named Karun. Yeah, so this is our first mission. When you have people working for you on our faction, you can actually send them to do those kind of missions for you. But this one, we have no one on our faction right now to do this. So let's reply to this email with, okay, I will deal with it. And let me show you here the faction screen that we unlocked. This is how it looked. We have the commanders, and under them we can assign generals when we have people on our army. We have no one right now. We have the member screen, we have the structure screen, we have no systems, no territory yet, and here's the constitution. And it seems there's still a bug. I chose justice, but it actually picked order for me. Let's change it to the justice system because we don't have anyone in the faction yet. That's what I recommend you to do. If you immediately regret choosing a path, you can click reform here. And on the screen you have some values here. The fame of our organization, nobody knows us. The reputation, we have the justice system, but what can happen is members leave our faction because we became too much of good guys. We can also become too much of bad guys, and people may start leaving us because we are becoming too evil. Hope, I'm not really sure what this is used for. I don't think it's used for anything right now. There's people support, military support. All this should be used in the future. and the economic production and research balance are also values that aren't really used. You can actually come to the chart view here and it will show some values over time like fame, reputation, hope, support, and military. Again, I don't really think those are used at the moment. You can actually exchange some stuff from your faction here, tax your civilians more or less, aliens separately. People who aren't Earthlings, or maybe aren't humans, can get a cut from mission rewards. When you have soldiers, they run missions and you can actually get some of their profits into your faction treasury. Your money and your faction money are different accounts. And right now, be careful, because if you put money on the faction account, you cannot yet currently take it off from here. You can also tax businesses, but I'm not really sure what this is. I'm not sure what this is at this moment. You can make your soldiers happier by paying them more money or less. And you can also get loot cuts from when your soldiers do missions, they sell loot, pay you a little bit of money from doing that. So I'm just gonna set this to certain lower levels here. Don't really want to scroll the Earthlings. So all of this is kind of role-playing for now, so don't worry about it too much. Let's screw the aliens for now, just for the loose, and that's it. The civil policy over here, this affects our reputation over time. We can tell it to harm civilians if necessary, or kill them on sight. We can do that for the enemy and for the pirates, so I'm just gonna set things like this. Kill all enemies, I don't really care about them. Pirates harm if necessary. There's a chance, I don't know where the game is going, but I would really like that pirates became some sort of neutral, that you could become friends with pirates. Military policy, I'll do the same thing. After all, we're trying to keep on the middle way here. So this keeps us on a good middle ground. Again, I don't know how much it affects the game, those settings right now, but I know over time they can shift a little bit the reputation. So it's good if you want to be a good guy, keep good policies. If you want to be a bad guy, keep bad policies, and so on. For Earthlings, I also don't know if this affects the game yet. People on the chaotic system might actually not expect you to take care of them. Your civilians don't expect the government to take care of them. Justice system expects some basic needs, and the order system expects all their needs to be filled. And again, this is kind of a roleplay thing. At least on the universe SpaceBourne, I would provide all needs. I think this is a good idea. I mean, the humans are just completely wrecked and they became slaves and used and abused and so on. It's not that hard to make money for the faction. And guys, you see, the aliens are rich and it's really easy to steal from them. So let's just be Robin Hood and steal from the aliens and give to our people, right? And finally, I don't know the implementation details, but I feel this has an impact in the game. You can tell your soldiers, people who are flying your ships, to focus on their safety first. So they'll warp away when they are too damaged, or they will try to save the ship, but the pilot might die, or they may just fight to the death and don't focus on jumping away. I don't know about save your ship first. I don't think I ever tested this option much, but I usually keep it like this, your safety first. That way, I feel like I lose less soldiers. Honestly, maybe this is just a coincidence, but yeah. We also have the screen here, the operation, where we can set up attack missions against enemy factions. We're not gonna do this right now, but you can click here on a faction and see all their territory, all their stations. And for example, maybe if we wanted to take over this station, we can click here, we can read information about it, the support buildings place has, we can set it as an operation target, open the tactical map, and we could plan an operation to take over or destroy or plunder this. We're not gonna do that right now because we don't have an army yet. Diplomatic actions, it's the diplomatic system in the game, and you have those things called treaties. You can come here and choose some options. I think diplomatic sanctions trade agreement aren't implemented yet. Treaty, you can come here and like usually strategy games, you can maybe ask for an alliance. You can say, hey, I'll pay you a lot of money for you to be my friend. We have the trade panel where we can, for now, a very simplistic system. I don't think this will stay here forever because it's too simple, but you could, I don't think I have money, so it doesn't let me select anymore, but you can buy those basic resources in order to build your own stations. You can sell them too when you're overproducing them. We can transfer some money from our account to the faction in case we want to build new stations and so on. We can't build new stations yet because we don't have a constructor on our crew. We don't know anyone who knows how to build stations. Finally, in this button here, you get faction reports. For whatever reason, we are getting some money. I don't know why. Maybe we taxed someone. Maybe there's like 2 people in the faction. Yeah, we actually have 41 aliens on our faction. Oh, why? Oh, maybe it's counting people on this village. I'm not really sure what this is. But anyway, I hope I didn't bore you to death with all this talk. It was a lot. This part of the game is really important because you are establishing your faction for the first time. But I really want to show you guys the faction systems and the faction operations and so on. Because this is when the game starts to open up if you're interested in faction building and stuff like that. So in this episode, we actually have to get 20 Earthlings to join the organization in order to establish our faction truly. But first, let's do this Mark Zeran mission here, because if we help him, he's gonna join us, him and his friends, and we're gonna have 5 soldiers. So we have to go to this planet here. Where is it? Musifus. Let's go there and see what's going on. Of course, we're still on version 201, by the way. And actually, I have no idea how I have 2 million in money. I thought we had 200k before. We just did maybe a couple story missions and we already got 2 million, so that's pretty good. Uh-oh, this isn't good. When you go down a planet to do a mission and you actually spawn in on a city, I wonder if I did something wrong. Did I warp to the city accidentally? Because when this happens, it usually means the game wasn't able to generate the POI you're trying to go to. Let me reload the game. Oh yeah, I completely derped. The green waypoint always grabs my attention, but it's just a city. The mission waypoints are actually purple, so yeah, watch out for that. Yep, this is the spot. This is where we have to go. Oh, there's actually enemies here. Someone hired us to be here to save their fiancé, right? And we just have to kill those guys here. Yeah, even though our guy is pretty weak, we are just level 4 soldier. We already destroyed everyone here. Let's talk with those two. What's going on? Is this the kidnapper?
What do you want from us?
I just wanted to die. That's so funny. Just walk up to someone and say, hey bro, I wanted to die.
Why?
I don't know. I'm hired to kill you. Why did you kidnap her?
Kidnapping? No. We love each other. I saved Nelis from Mark. He's obsessive psychopath.
Is that right?
Yes! He is right! We love each other!
Oh, for some reason, this AI voice actor here is very convincing when she's yelling, saying she loves this guy. She's very convincing.
Thank God you are all right.
Her husband is here in hologram form.
Mark, why don't you leave us alone? She doesn't want to be with you. She chose me.
Mark, please forget me. Move on with your life. I am happy here with Karun.
He's forcing you to say this. Don't be afraid. He can't do anything to you. You're safe now.
I told you, he's an obsessive lover. We came here just to get away from him.
Oh, this story is very strange, so let's go if I don't believe you. You manipulated her.
You're making a big mistake here.
We're a mercenary, after all.
That's it. Come on. Kill this bastard.
Oh, you're very angry at me very quickly.
No, stop.
So I don't know what really is going on. I think this dialogue here needs some work. I have no idea what just happened. Let's see.
What have you done? He got my family.
I think I killed him, right? Or that's the idea? I don't know.
Happened to him. They'll murder them.
I told you. Thank you for believing in me.
Oh, of course I knew. I knew that. Like, this was my first choice, guys. I made the right choice. I saved the lady.
Thank you for ruining our life.
Can I just reload the game and pretend I didn't pick the wrong choice? Don't worry.
Didn't you hear what I just said? My family is in danger. What are we gonna do?
Do you know where they keep them?
Yes. We were in a carrier ship in this system. They keep my family in pods in the cargo bay. But the carrier was protected by too many fighters.
Okay, we'll get them out of there. You go back to Mark.
Please save my family. Otherwise, I will never forgive myself.
So this job became a lot more complex. We were hired to serve a person, now we have to save a family. I hope they pay me for overtime. So now we actually have to go and hunt down the ships from the bad guy who kidnapped Nelly's family. Oh, look at that, a cargo ship.
Must be the murderer who killed my brother. Trust me, I'll let you pay for this.
There it is.
Well,
Nelis's family must be in that ship. Don't damage it. If anything happens to this ship, it will also happen to Nelis's family.
Target destroyed.
okay, so we don't have to kill the big ship. Those guys can't really handle our equipment right now, but our shields are already down, so they aren't exactly weak.
Target destroyed.
You idiots! Kill him!
Target destroyed. Target shields down. Target destroyed.
Oh wow, they actually almost killed me. Yeah, this mission is a little hard. I remember dying a couple times to it before, because it actually spawns a lot of fighters, and I'm not really sure this long wave is intended. Maybe it is, because it's kind of an important mission. And of course the last guy in this wave just runs away to nowhere, so we have to hunt him down. And he's dead. Are we ready? Are we done?
Okay.
Oh, that was a lot of ships. That was
You're
crazy.
here for that British family, right? I will send them to you with pod. Just leave me alone.
Here are the pods. Let's get them to our ship.
Look at me trying to save the game. Really, if the game ever gets voice actors, I hope they keep the voice and the accent of this villain here, because she's too funny with this like Cruella de Vil kind of voice. It's too good. But let me just grab the loot here before we continue. Oh, and before we get those pods, in case you guys want to have a quick look at this ship type here. A very weird looking ship. Looks like a civilian ship or something. There's an elevator below it. There's the bridge. And it actually has a little interior. But let's get the pods first. Because, you know, I don't know what happens when you get those pods. Oh, I need to slow down to take them. Okay. Oh, I have no idea what happens here. What's that noise? Oh!
Recharging.
We're still in one piece. Let's just get away from here. Are you
Damn
still
it.
alive? You lucky bastard. Well, let's call it a draw. See you again.
We need to repair the
That
ship.
voice is so good.
Let's dock a station.
Let's dock a station. Okay, let's dock a station. Let's go to... Where should we go? The Explorers Guild? Maybe?
Every station has a free repair service. You need to dock the station for the ship to be repaired.
Landing gear deployed.
There we go. This is kind of the ship repair tutorial.
Filthy Earthling, I love fighting with you. If you still want to Nelis' family, I would be waiting for you. I add my location to your scanner. Don't make me wait too long. If I get bored, I leave.
That voice reminds me so much of the blue lady from Farscape. There's one of the main characters. Sometimes some people from her race would kind of talk like that. It's so funny. I'm gonna fill my ammo here. And while our ship is repairing, just gonna have a quick look at the components being sold. That's how the crap we got. And as always, I really recommend you buy all of the podcatchers and damage boosters, like any consumables you'll enjoy using. It's good to buy them because they're kind of cheap. I only care about the T4 ones. So you can keep them on the bank and have a collection of them for when you really need to spam them for whatever reason. And our ship should be repaired now. Let's go back to the Kura-Raz location.
We need a plan.
Nelis said that her family was being held in the cargo section. If we get in somehow, we can get them out.
Shields down.
Even if we manage to get inside, I don't think there are space lockers.
Target
How do
shields
we get
down.
it on our ship?
Target destroyed.
Did I did it? I can sneak in.
Shield recharging.
So here's me stabilizing a pod where everybody's talking and I'm taking fire. So our character is just saying a lot of stuff. If you want to read what he's saying, you can pause the video right now, in the top left.
improvise a little.
Target shields down. Shields recharging.
Okay, all clear. Let's infiltrate the cargo area of the ship.
Yeah, so our crew plan is to simply go inside the ship, tie a rope to the cryopods that the girl's family is being held on, and then attach the rope to the ship and pull the family out. It's such a funny plan. Let's go there. We just grab the loot. So this is the kind of missions I want to see more of in this game. Where is the elevator? Is on the other side, actually. We can go here. Here's the pods on the cargo bay of this civilian ship. I think you can actually access... Oh, I think you could fly inside before, but I can't go up anymore. But I remember being able to go up before. So yeah, you can come here. Here's her family. You can just
Great.
press F
Now come back
and
here.
interact with it. Now we tied a rope around the cryopods and we can go back to our ship
Now let's attach that rope to our ship.
and attach the rope
We did it!
and pull the
Damn
pods.
you bastard!
Now let's kill that creature.
Now Molyax, who knows how to solve problems involving aliens, tell us to just let her rip.
Oh, I can smell your skin from here. Burn, you creature. Burn.
Oh, where are we? Nelis. Oh, thank God. Is she safe? Is she got rid of that croon? Thank you, sir. Thank you for saving us.
If anyone asks what's happened here tonight, tell them the WRA is back. Tell them we're not alone anymore.
World Resistance Army. I will do that. Believe me.
Yeah, and we just saved some innocent people from the claws of the damn aliens. And you can tell Molyax is not a very, how do you say that, xenophiliac? It's not really into the aliens. So we have to go to a station. Let's go back to the Explorer Guild in order to drop off the girl's family.
I have to say, you did a great job there. You earned my respect.
Landing gear deployed.
So that's the greatest
Sir,
reward.
I
We've
can't
got
thank you
Molyax's
enough.
respect.
As promised, me and 5 of my friends are joining WRA, and we do this not because we have to, because we believe it. We are now your loyal soldiers.
You can manage your organization from the faction interface. To do this, first, open the main interface.
Tutorial, can you just wait a little bit so I can take a screenshot here for the thumbnail?
Now open the faction interface from the top menu. This is the management hierarchy. There are commanders under you, and squads under commanders. In the panel you see
here's
below,
the faction
there
tutorial.
are the population details. Currently, there are 6 members in your organization. However, they were not appointed to any position. First, recruit 5 members into the army. All you have to do, now create your first squad. For this, we need a squad leader. First, drag and drop. Good. We have a squad leader. Now you have to give this squad a role. What we need most right now are good pilots. Now add the soldiers to this squad by drag and drop soldiers waiting to be assigned. Our first squad is ready as a full roster. Now click on the squad leader's portrait to enter its details. In this panel, you can get detailed information about the member. You can also give tasks from the Give Orders section. It is good for the squads to do freelance missions, both economically and in terms of gaining experience. In the future, when your army grows, you can assign different missions to different squads. Finally, a tip. You have to pay soldiers so they cost money, but regular members pay taxes so they make you money. Therefore, do not recruit soldiers unless you need them.
Here we go, that's it for the faction tutorial. Yeah, we now have a squad that will join us on faction operations. I don't know how effective it is to keep them like this for them to gain experience at the moment, but we'll see. And right now we are finished with the available story missions we have. Our main story mission now is actually to get 20 Earthlings, 20 humans to join the organization, and we do that through the mail missions here. Where we are on the 1043 system. Let's see if we can find a bunch of missions on the same system.